Tommy C posted some stupid video. I want to just look at it and look at some of the tweets he's talking about. Where's this dumb video? Where is it? Here we go. Oh, wait, actually, quickly, before that, update. I'll just show my scalp, okay? Here we see a tweet from me. It says, where is the defense? Now, you'll see it says relevant people. It only says me. That's because Willie Mack has deleted the precursor tweet. He has deleted the precursor tweet because he accused Mr. Girl of defending Dr. Disrespect when he was admonishing Tommy C for talking out of both sides of his mouth on the issue. But Mr. Girl was offering a very strong condemnation of Dr. Disrespect, and Willie Mack quote tweeted him saying, "When this guy's your only defender, you know it's over. When this guy's your only defender, you know it's over." And then I said, "Where's the defense?" And he deleted it. He still has up his retweet though. He did. He sent in some help for Tommy C. Tommy C had to get online and beg. "Help, I'm being lectured by the guy who finds kids attractive." And he retweeted that still. Cool. He deleted it because a flamenco replied, "Not you, little Ute." Listen, me and flamenco together, combined forces. Okay? And then let's have a look at this Tommy C video. What I got out of the Dr. Disrespect aftermath. These people are wild.
So the most interesting thing about the Dr. Disrespect thing is the reaction from the community. Oh, by the way, here's an update. He did it. Case closed. Whatever. But that's not what's interesting to me. I'm social media.
I'd like to see Flamenco write a nasty letter to Tommy C's mother. Also, what is this dono name that's on my screen right now? What am I seeing here next to my Quiggler? Jesus Christ.
Be a critic. I criticize influencers and have fun with it. So I'm always very interested, and I usually can predict with 100% accuracy how a community react, how the internet will take it. I was very, very gray on this because Doctor had so much support. And this particular thing, have you noticed that one side of the culture war is demanding that you take their word for it? Oh, my evidence. That people that wanted to see the whole story before they condemned were actually being shamed, which is not only the smart thing to do.
It's not just, it wasn't just mutt evidence, bro. It wasn't, this guy so, it wasn't just about mutt evidence. It's statements were made, allegations were made. Dr. Disrespect responded. He did not deny the allegations. He specifically did not deny the allegations, made a clear effort to not deny the allegations. There was no reasonable argument for him being restricted from making a clear statement of having never had sexual interactions or inappropriate interactions with minors. There is no reasonable argument for why he would be stopped from saying that if it were true. So at that point, you've got to kind of be like, kind of looking like this guy's done it. It's kind of like 60, 70% chance at least. Kind of looking, unless there's like some crazy statement comes out, kind of looking like he's done it. And then a Bloomberg article came out. Now the Bloomberg article, that's mainstream media. They said they spoke to verified primary sources, higher-ups at Twitch. They said they had 2 anonymous Twitch employees that confirmed that was the reason for the ban, and offered a little bit more detail on the exact decision that was made. At that point, you're looking at like 85% chance. And the only thing that's really going on in that 15% chance is like, was she 16 or 17? Did he know? And then when his statement comes out and he doesn't deny knowing, then it's like, okay, we're at like 90 to 95, and we're just arguing over, like, okay, well, how old was she? You know, how explicit were the messages? But the things happened. The things happened. It was never just take our word for it. Maybe some people said that in the first day after the Cody Connors tweet came out. Maybe. I could see that. Yeah, sure, that would be retarded if people were just like, just believe Cody Connors. Sure, we want more verification. But then when more figures start confirming it, who have knowledge, who have spoken to people who have knowledge, and then when you start getting Dr. District's responses, I think after the responses, reasonable people should have been saying, look, it looks pretty fucking bad for Dr. District right now. There's not really a reasonable argument that would stop him from talking about this.
So you don't look stupid after it comes out. It's just the right thing to do. Oh, my evidence. Yeah, it's done. It's over with. We said it. I've seen some really interesting exchanges with Nick DiOrio. I've seen some extremely interesting words from people like Anissa Joma. I've seen even a veto on my timeline.
Okay, it seems like Anissa was right when she says they all knew. Okay, this is clearly an incredibly pervasive, at least rumor behind the scenes since it happened. Since 4 days after Richard Lewis had heard it, and Richard Lewis has made it clear that this has been pervasive. Any streamer or person in that industry that you spoke to would have said off the top of their head, if you asked them, why did Dr. Disrespect get banned? Because he was caught messaging a minor. But everyone, this was just common knowledge in all of those circles. But it's delusional to pretend his streamer friends did not know. That is, you are buying into an implausible, at best, narrative.
There seems to be sort of an anger that you would even think that. Now, is it because they're a bunch of fascists? That they want the allegations to be the evidence?
What? They're fascists. This guy's fucking retarded. Is this guy's so waterbrained?
Maybe. I'm sure there's people on that side that feel that way.
Fascist.
Or is it something even more selfish?
What does fascist define Tommy fascism? Define Tommy fascism. I'm such a mushmouth. Define fascism, Tommy. I'm such a mashmouth. Fuck.
Could it possibly be ego? Why aren't you taking me?
Funny.
My words with some kind of authority without evidence. I've said it, therefore it is. And it's not so much because I'm a fascist lunatic and the allegations, the evidence, but
again, why is he saying that? Fascist lunatic. What does he think this means? What does he think this means? What is he getting when he searches define fascism? What is he getting? What is he getting here? What is he thinking it is? Fascism is a far-right, authoritarian, ultra-nationalist political ideology, a movement characterized by dictatorial leaders, centralized authority, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition. Okay. Define fascism colloquially. Colloquialism. Fascism refers to a way of organizing society with an emphasis on autocratic government, dictatorial leadership, and the suppression of opposition. What does he think? What is he trying to say? No, he's not saying other people saying it's fascism. What? Where?
Interesting words from people like Anissa Joma. I've seen even a veto on my timeline. There seems to be sort of an anger that you would even think that. Now, is it because they're a bunch of fascists? That they want the allegations to be the evidence?
No, he's not saying that, Sid. He's not saying that at all. He's saying they are a bunch of fascists who want the allegations to be the evidence. You're wrong. Or he's saying they're not, but he's pitching that. Yeah, he's saying they're not, but he's pitching that. He's pitching that framing.
Maybe. I'm sure there's people on that side that feel.
Well, no, where he says maybe. Okay.
Or is it something even...
I'm sure there's people on that side that feel that way.
More selfish than that.
He's not mocking lefties for calling people fascists. No, he's not. He's referring to them as fascists. He's referring to it as a fascist.
That they want the allegations to be the evidence? Maybe. I'm sure there's people on that side that feel that way. Or is it something even more selfish than that. Could it possibly be ego? Why aren't you taking me? Why aren't you taking my words with some kind of authority without evidence? I've said it, therefore it is.
It's not ego. It's you're retarded. It's people saying you're an idiot. People saying you're dumb and you're not listening to a reasonable argument about the evidence we do have. And you're going, when someone says, hey, from the evidence we do have, we can make these reasonable interpretations. Do you have a counter argument to that? You go, well, I just want to wait for evidence. So, well, you have some evidence. Now we're making reasonable interpretations about what the evidence means about the situation. Any counter argument? No, I just want to wait for evidence.
And it's not so much because I'm a fascist lunatic and the allegations, the evidence, but under normal circumstances, you would believe what I say. Because that's what happened. I don't know. Look, they didn't catch Ben Shapiro in a whorehouse full of little boys. They got Dr. Disrespect. He's not exactly a right-wing cultural icon. And they're angry even to...
But it's almost like most of the people talking about this don't give a fuck about whether he's a right-wing cultural icon. This is like a small minority who are like super politicized about this. Most people do not give a fuck about whether Dr. Disrespect represents the right wing. Most people don't care.
Right now, that this isn't being taken, that their words weren't being taken literally as soon as they uttered them without the evidence, and they're shaming the people that wanted to hear the whole story. They actually do sound like a bunch of fascists, but I don't think...
Sid! Get in VC right now. Get in my stream waiting room so I can admonish you over voice. Where is he? He's not in chat right now. Crazy quiet. Bro, you're such a prick.
All of them are. I think they're mad that they lost clout. And when I mean clout, I don't mean climbing the YouTube ladder. I mean taken seriously. Can you imagine taking Twitch seriously? Can you imagine taking Slasher, esports reporter, seriously? Can you imagine taking Anissa Joma seriously? Can you imagine taking anybody seriously that would shame you for wanting to hear the entire story? That's amazing.
You misunderstood, be nice. Yeah, but you misunderstood and told me that I was misunderstanding, and that I cannot forgive.
And going into this, I can easily predict how the community is going to react, that would shame you for wanting to hear the entire story. That's amazing. And going into this, I can easily predict how the community...
It's not about no one's shaming you for wanting to hear the entire story. Everyone wants to hear the entire story. We all want to know what happened, dog. It's about whether you can draw reasonable conclusions based on the evidence you've got at the time. And you didn't have a counter argument. There were just people going, well, I just want to wait for evidence.
Community's going to react, how things are going to go. And I said to Chud Logic, I have no idea. I talked to Nick DiOrio. I don't have any idea how this is going to turn out. And I didn't. Because I think kind of what we're seeing is one side of the culture war freaking out because they're not taken seriously anymore. If they ever were. I mean, who wouldn't want to see the evidence before they condemn somebody? And the actual condemnation, like with Nick Merckx and Tim the Tapman, isn't enough. And it'll never be enough. That's what I got out of Dr. Disrespect before they could. If they ever were. I mean, who wouldn't want to see the evidence before they condemn somebody? And the actual condemnation, like with Nick Merckx and Tim the Tapman, isn't enough. And it'll never be enough.
Because they knew.
That's what I got out of Dr. Disrespect. A bunch of bedwetting fascists that can't believe that nobody thinks they're worth listening to.
This is so delusional. What a retard. He's got a bit. Is this guy an alcoholic? Yeah, for real. What an idiot. What a stupid... Yeah, this is like sides cuck brain rot, for real. It's actually the woke mind virus. It's actually these... It's the woke lefties who are fascists who are trying to make allegations evidence. That's what this is. It's just like QAnon. Okay. Dan Clancy was seeing the Pizza Planet. Whatever the fuck. He was positing, is this revenge for Keffels on Chud's stream yesterday? Dude. What an idiot. How do you come out of this drama, right? Okay, here's the actual scandal, right? Because this isn't just... The scandal isn't Dr. Disrespect sexes the minor. That isn't actually the scandal. The scandal is Dr. Disrespect was banned from Twitch at the height of his career for an unknown reason. And then for years, the public was in the dark, completely in the dark, had no idea what happened. While Dr. Disrespect rebuilt, had a whole big comeback. Everyone was like supporting him. Everyone was like, fuck Twitch for banning him. And then years later, it gets leaked. Oh, he was banned for a totally good reason that most people would agree with. That's the scandal. How do you come out of that being like, oh, well, all I got out of this is that there's a bunch of bedwetting fascists who just want me to believe what they believe. No, retard. It's about one of the biggest streamers of all time having an insane downfall where it turns out like a 3-year portion of his career was essentially built on a complete lie, on a false presentation of him being an innocent victim to a corporation. Retard. So dumb. They were saying about Vito there. What's Vito even been saying? Let's see. Let's run it back like a day or two. See what he was saying. He's got so many tweets. This guy's always on Twitter. What the fuck? Get a life, bro. I mean, yeah, these are the sorts of conversations Vito was having, okay. You mean the part where he said... Okay, wait, let's pull this up. Okay, wait, this is our Diorio tweet as well. That's perfect. It's mind-boggling that people are this confident Dr. Disrespect is a pedophile without seeing a single screenshot of what he allegedly did. This is actually a fine tweet. Because he said pedophile. Like, we don't even know that he's a pedophile right now. Really. If you want to use it properly. But Nick doesn't very often, so I mean... So Vito kind of misses the mark on the reply here. A little bit. If you ask a guy, did you sex a minor, and he's answering anything other than no, then yeah, I'm pretty confident something weird occurred. This is true. I agree with the tweet, but it doesn't directly respond to what's being said in Diorio's tweet. Legal obligations can restrain people from saying what did or didn't happen. Not being able to deduce is part of the deal. What legal obligation do you think prevents someone from saying, I have never sexted a minor? The one stating you cannot state what did or did not happen. So this is just retarded. You can make a general statement. I've never done that. If you've never done that, you can say, I've never sexted a minor. There is no... Show me a single NDA framework. A single NDA agreement where a lawyer says, yeah, this would be enforceable and this person would be restricted from talking about whether they said... A lawyer would sign off on this. And this person would be restricted from saying whether they ever sexted a minor. Show me that happening one time, ever. Show me that, ever. Simply not the case. It's not a thing. Delusional idea of how an NDA would work.
Hello, mate. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. I just got out of bed for this, so...
Thanks for hopping on, mate. You know, I'd obviously heard you had some issues with Tommy here, so
okay.
Let's talk about it. What's going on?
All right, let's talk about it. Sure.
Sure, Tommy. It just seems like you came on stabbing around in the dark for the absolute worst interpretation of what Sasha did, with basically no evidence, and you just presupposed the idea that he got direct information from Twitch, and then also presupposed the idea that Twitch directly told him to stop talking about it.
I mean, I think that's a pretty... What would make an independent journalist just cut something like that off?
Well,
I mean, obviously, I'm speculating. I'm not going to sit there and deny to you that I'm speculating.
No. Okay, well,
yeah.
You may be saying you're speculating now. You didn't initially speculate. You also didn't speculate on your stream when you said it just like a day ago. So
everything I've said is speculation. If
no, you said.
So you can show me where I said.
I can pull up a quote. Yeah, we can do the transcript search. Fuck it, why not? Give me a moment.
No worries. See, this is why I wanted to get you guys in the room together because there's been a lot of talk.
I honestly,
you've got no idea who this guy is, Tommy, right?
No, I honestly don't. Okay. I'm not trying to be a fucking jerk off here. I've never done that in my life.
I don't expect you to. No problem.
Okay. Let me just get his quotes there. Whilst you're doing that, Kareem, was there any other kind of points of contention you wanted to throw in there?
No, just Tommy keeps pitching this as the only explanation. So when I say definitive, I'm not saying he says I've seen evidence for this. He says that's the only explanation. Well, that's the only reason.
Well, then it is speculation.
That's not.
If I don't have it definitive, then it is speculation.
You're saying there's no other explanation. That's saying it's definitive.
It's the only one that's reasonable to be, but it's certainly not. It's the only one that's reasonable to be. But
with the evidence we have, there's no other explanation. That's a definitive conclusion.
Well, I mean, you could take it that way, but I'm not saying I have.
That's not take it that way. That's what.
Well, I mean, look, you sound like you're splitting hairs. To be honest with you, I never said I had evidence.
Statement means.
That is my take. That's what I thought would happen. And I'm going to continue to do that. That's speculation. I'm sorry.
That's not speculation. You're saying what?
No, you can. Well, I mean, look, that's the
only explanation.
That is what makes sense to me. Can I prove it? No, that's speculation.
Okay.
And you can say that. Is that a definitive statement? Absolutely. But, it's not like you're talking to a journalist here. Jesus.
Sure. I mean, it also seems like you're constantly, you've suddenly, I haven't really seen you comment on the actual case or the idea that Dr. Disrespect has lied for the last 3 years very much. I watched quite a bit of coverage.
You want like I don't know. I kind of threw him on the bus, didn't I?
What?
I mean, as soon as I found out, I'm posting memes about him eating cupcakes. Right. It's not like I've been
your entire last stream, your stream about his admission wasn't about really the admission or Dr. Disrespect. It was all just about, these lefties who are actually fascists are trying to make us believe allegations without evidence. And that was like the entire stream.
Well, that wasn't a stream. That's first of all, that's inaccurate.
Right,
that was a tweet. That it was a 4-minute tweet that I made.
I just watched 4 minutes.
Let me finish. Let me finish. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm for a change. I'm not trying to be rude. Let me finish.
Okay, I watched half of that. It's not a 4 minutes. I'm talking about the video on your channel.
Yeah, the video. The video on my tweet. And what
I'm correcting you. Channel.
A channel.
At least the first 30 minutes of that video is you talking about lefties, calling them fascists, saying that Casey Tron is a fascist, saying that Vito is a fascist.
Yes, I did. I think if you let me you gotta let me explain. You gotta let me explain it. You have to let me explain it. Yes, I think it is fascist prior to the stuff coming out. And I made that abundantly clear. And I think that's interesting. You're omitting it. That these people were going after other influencers that were giving Dr. Disrespect the benefit of the doubt prior to his admission. And I think that the only thing, it was like, come on, it. And I do. I think that is fascist to kind of push the allegations is the evidence type narrative.
What does fascist mean?
What? Oh, come on! I'm not playing fucking Bread 2 games with them.
No, I'm just asking.
No, you are. No, I'm not.
I just want to know what the word means.
No.
I don't know what it means.
I'm not a bread tuber. I'm not a bread tuber.
We're
not getting into definition game.
I'm happy to engage with your definition.
I know. I'm not playing that game.
Okay,
I'm not playing games. You're playing trap games. I'm trying to be good faith with you, and you're playing trap games to try to make me look dumb.
What your definition of fascism is?
I think that it's fascist to demand people condemn somebody before the allegations are in. You can take that how you. I think it's fascist to demand that people condemn prior to the evidence. Go look up the definition. I don't play Bread 2 games.
Okay, I'll Google define fascism.
Well, fine. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'll say? I think is a far right dictatorial form of government that.
Yes. Oh no. But see, I also believe that left-wingers, even though they oppose fascism, also practice it. So just sit there and say, well, they can't be fascists, they're on the left.
That's fine. That's right. You can think that, but I would like to know what definition you have in your head.
This is not about me. We're talking about, how come we...
Well, it is about you. It's about your country.
No. This is not about my statements. This is about me personally. This is about how I think. You want to talk about Dr. Disrespect? That's fine. I'm not playing Bread 2 games. I've seen this trick before. I'm not playing it.
I'm not a Bread 2.
I am not getting in definition games with you. No.
I think you're
a lot of
I'm asking for your definition. I want to know what your definition of fascism is.
No, I'm sorry. I know you guys.
You just use words, but you don't really have you don't know what they mean.
I don't have a basis. You're gonna have to decide. You're gonna have to decide. You're gonna have to.
Tommy,
Stop interrupting. You're gonna have to decide whether I understand the meaning of fascism when I say I think it's fascist to demand condemnation prior to evidence coming out. So you're gonna have to come up with the idea whether I understand that or not.
I think it's pedophilic. Tommy, I think it's pedophilic to use words without knowing what they mean.
Well, I know, because that's the whole point. That's the trap game. That's the trap game you're seeing. So no matter what definition I give, it's incorrect. Therefore, you're stupid. I know this trick. I know this trick. I think it's fascist to demand condemnation prior to getting the evidence. There, take it how you want to take it, because I know no matter what my definition answer is, it's wrong, you're stupid, I win! I'm Bread Tube! No, sorry. That's my answer.
Okay, so you do just throw around like crazy.
No, you're saying I stand by what I just prior to say. I know you're trying to win this so bad. I actually came in here good faith. I want to point that out. I came in totally good faith.
I just asked you for a definition. I was willing to engage with any definition you gave.
No. I'm not playing that game because it's trap. You are bad faith.
That's just not responding.
You are bad faith, and I think I made it.
Not responding to the argument.
I think it's fascist to demand condemnation. Why don't you?
Your bad faith is a pedophile dog whistle.
What? Yeah, sure. Yes. All right. Look, you're not doing any good for yourself, man. I mean, I came in here totally good faith. I have a lot of respect for Chud, and I was like, oh well, one of his guys are criticizing me. He must be on the level. I didn't know he was just. I didn't know he.
I guarantee you.
I didn't know he was a standard. I didn't know he was a standard YouTuber.
Stupid you are. That coverage.
Okay, that's it. That's what you want to do. Why don't you just call me stupid? Why try to play the game that I'm never going to fall for? If I'm so stupid, why didn't I fall for your dumb trap?
What do you mean? You could
I have no idea what you're doing.
You could have knocked down the criticism.
I'm going to gaslight you and pretend that I had no idea what I was doing. I'm just being totally good faith.
You could have contended.
You're a liar.
You could have contended with the criticism. If you were in the right, you could have contended with the criticism.
You haven't even addressed what my criticism was this. Again, I think it's fascist to demand demand commendation before evidence. You won't even engage with me on that. You turned it and you did a little red herring and talked about something different. You're bad faith.
Okay, sorry. I'm
saying no.
I didn't realize you had to explain to you.
I'm shutting you down. No, I'm not answering that.
I didn't realize I had to explain to you. Sorry,
are you going to go to the next one?
You've given a circular. I didn't realize how far behind you were. You've given a circular definition that just simply refers to the exact case we're talking about right now. That's all we've done.
Okay. I guess that makes me stupid. Is that what? Why don't you just call me stupid?
No, it just means you're being in bad faith. You haven't engaged.
I'm being bad faith. I'm being bad faith by making that criticism. Is that an unfair criticism? That to say if you demand condemnation before evidence, is that bad faith?
So
please.
By that definition, if the Nazis had evidence for their claims, would they be?
That's a red herring. Talk about what I said. That's a red herring. Why don't you tell me what I said is inappropriate? If it's unfair to call somebody fascist that demands condemnation.
If that's the only thing they're doing, yes, that's not the definition of fascist.
Okay, then I'm sorry. Then I stand on that argument. Have a good day. Are we good? Are we done?
Now I'm going to point out.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing trap games with you.
Okay, so now I'm
playing trap games with you. Are we done?
It's not a trap game. Now I'm going to
point out. Yes, it is. You're completely dishonest. I think I pretty much showed it.
No,
because you're not willing to deal with my arguments. You want to play fucking games, and I showed that completely. I can't. I was totally waiting to argue.
You asked me, is it fair to call someone fascist for saying that you should condemn someone without evidence? I said no. I don't believe that is fair to call someone fascist for that.
No, I do.
Okay, and now I'm going to
I think that's. I think any combination without evidence. You think it's fair to call for combination without evidence?
Hey, Tommy, do you want
You're a fascist, then.
Water brain retard for 5 seconds? I'm going to explain to you very clearly. I'm going to explain to you. It's a bad way to use the term because you haven't got a consistent definition that applies to things you would call.
I think
things that you would call.
Well, I stand by my statement. I think it's fascist to do that. You can think it's okay to do that, or you think maybe that's too strong a word. I'm sorry, you don't like.
It's not too strong a word. It just simply doesn't describe what you're talking about.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Well,
okay, right.
Then you've undone my argument. You've undone my argument, and you totally look in faith here. Oh wow, good job.
Okay, is there another point of contention that we can move on to? Just get
probably not.
Okay,
sure. You said that you think that Vito is going after Dr. Disrespect for revenge against everyone because he feels slighted about cuties or something.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, that's one of the things I think. Am I not allowed to say because I think it?
Okay, what do you?
By the way,
so what positions of Vito's do you believe that were spite based? What do you think was spite based? What do you think you wouldn't believe in any other circumstance?
I think it's when he was kind of demanding people or shaming people prior to the Doctrine of Disrespect admission coming out. I think that might have been revenge-based. I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it.
After there were 2 responses from Dr. Disrespect and after the Bloomberg article, is that? Sorry, fuck me, I can't talk. After the Bloomberg article as well as that, or just before the Bloomberg?
No, before. Look, you can say whatever the fuck you like. If people start doubling and tripling down on this stuff after Dr. Disrespect made a clean admission, I think that's a little bit ridiculous, to say the least. But my show yesterday was completely on what was said prior.
What was said prior to the
admission? Prior to the admission, man. I mean,
okay.
You're calling me stupid?
Because what Vito was explaining, because what I saw Vito explaining to people on Twitter was that you could discern the reason for the ban. You could he wasn't saying...
Yeah, if you trust the source. I don't trust Twitch. I don't trust Slasher.
Okay, you don't trust a mainstream publication?
No.
Verified.
No.
Okay, why not?
Is that unreasonable?
Yeah, kind of. Why not?
Well, let me tell you, my non-fascist friend, you are more than
what do you think would happen?
What
do you think would happen? It's not the state, Tommy. What do you think would happen to Bloomberg if they falsely accused someone?
It's hyperbole.
What do you think? What do you think? It's not hyperbole. What do you think would?
No, it's not.
Okay, so come on.
I gotta be honest with you.
Just like
all we do is get in definition wars. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is impossible. And it's just gotcha. All he does is gotcha.
Right, let's just slow down because Kuihman does have a point there. Kuihman, what
let me hear it.
Go on.
Sorry, I got completely fucking derailed. Do you remember what I was saying? Or
no, because I think
Bloomberg. You okay? I think.
Sorry,
I said no. I don't trust
Bloomberg. Sorry, that's my question. Shut up for 2 seconds. What's going to happen to Bloomberg if they falsely accuse someone of being a pedophile?
I'd probably get sued.
Yeah, but so they're not going to go around and say something that's completely unverified, are they?
Are you kidding me? Do you know what Bloomberg is? They can absorb lawsuits. The papers get away with stuff all the time.
You have a delusional.
It's delusional to think a major. I grew up in New York area. Do you have any idea? You know what Bloomberg is? Do you know how big that corporation is? They get sued every day for 20 different things.
It's a big corporation, yeah, and they have a long history where they, if the way they make retractions and they edit things and they make clear statements.
And if they do that, then that's great.
If someone fucks something up, heads roll. That's how it goes. That is how it goes for all these mainstream publications. So to sit there and say that you don't trust the sources when they've said, "Oh, we've verified these sources. These are first-hand sources."
I didn't see anything about Bloomberg verifying the source until after fucking the thing. So no, in general, I don't trust these sources. But I've also said, we're all talking about prior to the, you're trying to frame me as some conspiracy kook, but I've said clearly everything I had a problem with. Oh God, you sit there and you interrupt me. Everything I had a problem with was prior.
You've been going out this whole time. How can you say about interrupting now?
No, all right, fine. We just interrupt each other and just turn into a complete circus. I said over and over again, and you're deliberately ignoring me, that if you said this after the fact, after Dr. and you keep doubling and tripling down, yeah, I think it's unridiculous. And I think it would be ridiculous to deny Bloomberg. But prior, I think a certain amount of healthy skepticism is in order. Especially considering
But
we're
wait,
talking about people with political biases. We're
Sorry.
talking about Twitch. We're talking about
wait.
those things.
Skepticism
Political
about
bias.
what?
What does that have to do with it?
I have skepticism about mainstream news publications.
No. Sorry. I just want to clarify something, because what is the skepticism about? Is it about the reason for the ban or the exact nature of what Dr. Disrespect did?
The reason for the ban. The reason for the ban. I would say the reason why, like that. I was unsure whether they had strong information. Well, I didn't know until actually, I would say after the fact that Bloomberg did anything on it. In fact, that was used against Nicholas Diorio too. That he didn't really buy their. And they said, didn't Bloomberg use 3 anonymous sources? Isn't that correct? That's what Nick reported.
I don't know that Nick was saying he didn't buy what Bloomberg was saying. I think he was saying it didn't move the needle for him because he was already on the same page.
Then I feel the same way. I don't buy it.
I just feel the same way as Nick.
Are you trying to frame me as somebody who believes no mainstream sources under no circumstances? No, that's not the case. But in this particular case,
I'm framing you as someone
because it's politically charged.
Convenient.
In this particular case, because it's politically charged, yes, I think a healthy.
Why is it politically charged? How's it politically charged?
Oh God, it's on culture war lines. Now you're just completely dishonest.
Okay,
it's on culture war lines. No. I think we're done now. Now I know I'm not talking to somebody. Do
you think?
Chud, I'm done. I'm done. Because I'm not talking to somebody who's going to pretend and gaslight me that this isn't a political thing. Sorry,
okay, wait. Okay.
It's a political attack on Dr. Disrespect. Yeah, I know.
No, it's not a political attack. No. ISIS falls on culture war lines.
Leader of the white race.
You know that. You know that. So you're pretending it doesn't fall on culture war lines. So I'm sorry, you are completely dishonest.
It was not a fucking cultural issue. It's a bunch of fucking retarded.
You had the entire fucking left influencer running around shaming everybody for being skeptical.
This retarded Twitter mindset where you see some they/them celebrating something on Twitter.
I didn't say any of that. Now you're telling me stuff I never did.
No, I'm explaining to you why you're.
Oh, come on. This is over. I won.
You're just
you're delusional. Are we done? Okay, I'm delusional. You know what? I'll take my performance here.
Yeah, you're like
your performance here speak for itself.
I was queuing on shit to run rampant in his scene.
Can I go? Listen, I don't want to hang up, Chud Logic. Can I go?
I mean,
you can leave any time, bro. You can leave any time.
No, I don't like hanging up. I don't like hanging up. I think that's lousy. I think it's disrespect. I would disrespect you, no problem. But no, that's fine. You're
okay. Well, listen, we'll call it a day there. Okay.
All right.
Thanks very much, guys, for coming on. I appreciate it. Okay.
Have a good one.
Okay, catch you later.
Sorry about that.
But listen, thanks for bringing the content. Appreciate it. Okay?
Well, I'm so mean to your friends all the time. I feel bad.
No, don't be, mate. I don't care. Do what you want.
All right.
Good luck to you.
I'll catch you later. Thanks for bringing me on.
No worries. Bye bye. Oh, Jesus. Damn. What do you reckon, guys? Who won? Who won? Chat is actually split down the middle, I would say. Chat is, looks pretty 50-50. We all won. We all won. We all won.